Guys, it's still working. You can just place this down and it lights the area up where you still on 3 bars here. Thank you for clicking, and in today's video we're going to be having a look and reviewing this. It's a 5 LED light that claims to last for 2 to 3 hours on a full charge. It's USB, micro USB rechargeable, and you wouldn't believe how much I got this for, people. In fact, I almost didn't pull the trigger and buy this just because of the price. It was so cheap at just £2.19. This thing was before tax, and I was thinking, surely this thing has to be no good for that price. But in this video we're going to find out, guys. Let's get it out the box and have a look at the features here. So first off, it comes with a micro USB rechargeable lead, which you plug into this slot right here. It also has a battery indicator that you can see lighting up there, showing you how much power it has, and it has 4 features. And let's go through the features. This is feature 1, and you can see this is daylight here, and this thing looks super bright. I mean, it must be at least more than 3,000 luminums. I mean, they don't claim how many luminums it is, but it is bright. So that's the second setting, that's a duller setting. Then the strobe. Guys, look at this, it's perfect for a rave, isn't it? And then there's a side light, which is good if you're in the dark and you're working on things. But that COB side light, they claim that it will light up and illuminate objects up to 30 meters away in the dark. And they even claim that it's waterproof. You can't fully submerge it and go deep sea diving, for example, but you can get water on it and it would still work. Now we're going to put this through some tests here, get this thing outside and see how bright it is in the daylight. Okay guys, so the first test for the USB 5 LED torch is to see if we can get this thing to project on the floor on a sunny day here. And in actual fact, when it comes to bright lights, the sun is minus 26.7 in terms of magnitude, and the brightest thing in the sky. So if we can get a good projection on the floor here with this USB torch, I think it should be pumping out some decent luminums. So I'm just going to try this shadow here first, and I can actually see it now, moving it around. I hope you can see that on the camera, but you can clearly see me moving around. And I know it's only a few feet away, but it is an extremely bright day here in the UK. Now I'm going to come out the shadow there, and you may be able to see that in the center of the paving slab there, just slightly flashing. That is the light. So this thing, brighter than I first thought. On to the next test, guys. So it's certainly a bright torch. Now, will it pass the waterproof test? Now, I think and I fear that I'm going to kill this torch before I've even started putting it through any extensive tests. However, this is a second test, people, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it in this bowl. We're not going to totally submerge it. And actually, guys, look, we've lost a bar there. It's gone down a bar. So we've lost a bar of energy and down to 75%. However, we're going to carry on with the test. Guys, the waterproof test, will it pass? What I'm going to do is I'm not going to fully submerge it because it's not submersible. However, I am going to throw a few cups of water over it. Here we go. First one. Guys, it's still working. Let's try another one. Okay, here's another one. Will it survive? Guys, I am seriously impressed. And this thing is more watertight than I first thought. I have to put this through some more tests because so far it's passed them with flying colours, and this dirt cheap USB torch, which I thought was going to be absolutely useless, is really holding up here. And for the next test, what we're going to do is I actually shot this footage on the coast of Wales. Experiment with this dirt cheap LED torch. I thought I'd come to this spot here and just show you what experiment I've got planned to see how bright this thing is. And I was thinking I could come down here tonight at 12 p.m. to the same location, exactly the same spot at the same distance, providing the tide is still roughly where it is, which is about 200 feet away from where I'm standing here, and turn it on and see how far this thing can project light particles. So that would be an interesting test, but I'm not expecting much. It's dirt cheap for a torch, and I have to say I have been impressed so far. So we're here at 12 p.m. at the same location at night. Go. And you can see straight ahead there the waves coming in, and it's not actually that bad at all for a torch of this price point. Okay guys, so I'm back in the UK. It's 10 p.m. here at night. I'm standing in my back garden. I'm going to turn the torch on and see how much of the garden this torch lights up. Guys, look at that. That must be 95% of my back garden this thing lights up. Let's try the strobe function. Guys, we're still on 3 bars here, and this is seriously good quality, good value for the money. Now I think I'm going to use the side light here. As you can see, the side light, they claim 30 meters, but I think it's a bit less than that in all reality, but it is still bright. I'm going to set this down, and I think I'm going to put this light to use and try and do something using this light. The 4th setting here, which is a side light, you can just place this down and it lights the area up where you want to work, basically. So now I can see that fuse perfectly and the torch doesn't fall over. Wow, that crackle was a surprise at the end. That was the review of the 5 LED torch. Now, I didn't end up testing this to see how bright it was in terms of luminance, but I reckon it's probably the equivalent to 1 car headlamp in terms of brightness and luminance. And a normal car headlamp generates about 300 luminance. So this thing is quite bright for what it is, and that price, £2.19 before tax. Ridiculous, guys. Seriously, if you're in the market for a torch, I mean, I'm going to use this one basically, and this wasn't sent to me for free. I've bought this thing of my own accord. It's not a paid video or anything like that. Now, in terms of durability, this thing looks like it's made out of molded ABS, and it's quite solid. To tell you the truth, is it that cheap plastic? Well, we'll never know unless I throw it on the floor, and I'm guessing that it would probably break. So yes, durability wise it could be tougher, but it is pretty solid. And I like the battery indicator on the front and the life of the actual battery inside, the lithium battery inside, because we're still on 3 bars here now after all that testing. And the functions, you know, that side function is really handy to use if you're working on, say, a motorbike or a car or something, and it's quite sturdy when you stand it upright like that. and this thing seems to be an absolute bargain. So would you have one of these? Yes, there are better torches. There's no doubt about that. However, for this price point, guys, seriously, I would have never have thought when I was a kid you could ever get anything like this for that dirt cheap price of £2.19. Guys, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the review, why not consider subscribing? It's fun, it's free, and I'm going to be doing more tech views up to Christmas on a few bits and bobs that may be useful to people out there. So guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe and give me a thumbs up and drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.